Another disappointing series offensively and defensively for the Chicago Cubs. We are not off to the start that we thought we were going to be off to. But hey, listen, the good thing is there's baseball damn near every day, and the Chicago Cubs have a chance to make it all right against Tampa Bay. Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs. Hey, I'm your host, Mike Jones. Make sure that you guys like, share, and subscribe so that you never miss any of the episodes here on Chicago Cubs Central. Once again, guys, we appreciate each and every last one of you that have tuned in for these episodes. Those guys, listen, you guys mean the world to me. Again, I would not be doing this without you. Also, if you want extra content, make sure that you hop on over to Chicago Cubs Central Facebook group. Join the Facebook group, join the growing community where you can feel free to post how you feel about the Chicago Cubs, sound off on there, as well as share videos, as well as share content on there. Again, it's just a safe space for Chicago Cubs fans to come and talk about what? Our favorite thing to talk about, the Chicago Cubs. Now, with that being said, I want to shoot from the hip for a second in wrestling terminology and talk to you guys honestly. I'm going to look right into the camera, no notes, no nothing. This is not it. And I know that a lot of Cubs fans are going to come and comment. The trolls are going to be down in the comments talking about I wish I was this upset after a week and a half of baseball or a week and a half of baseball or even a half a week of baseball. Listen to me. Miss me with all of that. You can miss me with all of that. You know why? Because this Chicago Cubs team, all the interviews, all of the meetings, all of the press, all of that stuff, these guys were talking about how they wanted to avenge how last season ended. Ben Brown, Pete Crow Armstrong, Nico Horner, Ian Happ, Dansby Swanson, they all had something to say about last season. They all had something to say about the Brewers. As a Chicago Cub fan, as a Chicago Cub content creator, I do this. I don't miss a game. I don't miss an out. I don't miss an inning. I've been in church and watched Cubs games. I've been at weddings and watched Cub games. I've been damn near summer everywhere and watched Cub games. I'm going to be at my aunt's funeral this next upcoming weekend, and I'm going to have a Cubs game on. I don't miss. I'm here. I see it. Every bit of it. And for me, when we are talking about a team that has championship aspirations that they've put on themselves, not us. If you talk to the fan base at all, if most of them will tell you, if they're realistic Cub fans, talking about realistic Cub fans, they will tell you. I mean, still is probably National League Championship Series with what we got. That's like best case scenario. Worst case scenario, obviously, you don't make it at all. But it's infuriating because we lost and have lost already this season 5 games that were all very winnable games. We have lost games to teams that we should have beaten. We've lost 2 series to teams that we should have beaten. Now, we took care of business against the Angels, took 2 out of 3 against them. Cool. That National Series, should have won that series. Even though the Nationals are playing great baseball right now. They are. I mean, they were going toe-to-toe with the Dodgers. Dodgers end up taking them out because that's what a championship team does. They don't play with their food. They finish them off. But Chicago Cubs aren't a championship team. This ain't it, man. This is not it. This is not how you show the fan base that you're serious. Now, the cool part is that we're just now entering into the second week of baseball, guys. So there's a lot of time to get all of this figured out. it's April. And I don't want to come off like it's do or die right now. But as a content creator, as someone who watches this stuff, as someone that takes notes, studies the game, and I really pride myself on doing those things because I want to come and give you my honest opinion. My boys text me all the time and we talk, and they ask me my honest opinion, and I just tell you what I see. For those of you that have been rocking with me for the 2 years I've been doing this on this channel, listen, y'all know me. I'm always going to be the first one to come in here and admit when I was wrong about something. But I'm also going to be the first one to come in here and tell you what I see. And what I see out there from the Chicago Cubs in this last two series was grade A BS. Uninspired baseball. A team that's just resting on their laurels. They're thinking like a lot of you. It's April. It's April. We'll wait till PCA comes. We'll wait till Seiya Suzuki comes back. We'll get it figured out. And maybe they will. But you set the tone of saying this season, hey, the goal. And I'm not just talking about players when I say this. I'm talking about from Craig Counsell. I'm talking about from Jed Hoyer. The goal is to win the Central Division. To win the Central Division. Are you talking about this same Central Division that you currently are at the bottom of? The Cardinals have a better record than you? Really? Now, again, I know somebody's in the comments going to be like, Mike, it's the first week in April. Go ahead and into the second week in April. Why are you already talking about standings? They're 4-5. Because the Chicago Cubs could just as easily be 7-2 right now. Had they played more inspired baseball. Starting pitching has been great. I really enjoyed what I saw Easter Sunday from Shota Imanaga and from Edward Cabrera. Really, really enjoyed what I saw from them. I think that I want to highlight the fact that Shota Imanaga really had it going. He looked like he turned back the clock for a minute. He looked like 2024 Shota Imanaga. And that has me very excited. Very excited. Edward Cabrera did not have his best stuff, which is actually a blessing because Edward Cabrera did not have his best stuff going and still was able to give you 5 2/3. That's a good sign because that tells me that when he really gets his stuff going, when it warms up and it's not cold outside anymore, and he really gets his stuff going, he's able to find his location, dude's going to be unhittable. I'm excited for what Edward Cabrera is going to be on this team. But I look at our bullpen situation, and I look at the tree of trust in our bullpen situation. Who are the guys that Counsell can rely on? Surprise, surprise, Caleb Thielbar showed you again today. You can count on him. You can depend on him. Daniel Palencia looked wonderful in getting that save for the Chicago Cubs and the 1-0 win that they got in this series, the only win that they got in this series. Hunter Harvey, questionable. Jacob Webb, I don't know. Phil Maton, question marks out on that guy. The good part, and the part that keeps me hopeful for the Chicago Cubs, is that they are very, very good at rebuilding their bullpen. If your starting pitching is good and you got a 4-short closer in Daniel Palencia, I trust Jed Hoyer and Tommy Hotovy to find the pieces to piece together a semblance of a bullpen to make us at least get us to the wild card. Now, the question is how many games are we going to have to lose in between all of that before we actually do what needs to be done with revamping this bullpen. We'll see. We'll see. And some guys start off slow. Others will find their way. You got a chance to make it right, though. You got the Tampa Bay Rays coming up, and you got a chance to make it right. A lot of the teams that we were expecting to be very, very good have not been very, very good. They've been on the losing side, too. It's early. I get it. But I'm also going to come in here, and I'm also going to call out BS. And to me, when you watch the Chicago Cubs play the game of baseball, there's no flair. There's no oomph. There's no attitude. Even with the addition of Alex Bregman, it just looked like they don't even really care to be there right now. I'm concerned already about PCA. I'm concerned already about P. Kerr Armstrong. I don't know. I am concerned with PCA. A 235 batting average, 0 home runs, 3 RBIs, a 542 OPS right now is what he has in the season. I would have expected him to hit the ground running on this season, and that's why I say I'm concerned, because I don't know why he's not hitting the ground running this season. Ian Happ was on a cold streak, broke that with a home run that gave the Chicago Cubs the lead, and it looked like they were going to get out of Cleveland with 2 victories. But then they put in, Jacob Webb, and that all went to hell now, didn't it? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Dansby looks uninspired. Alex Bregman has been struggling. Michael Busch has been struggling also. Just offensively, the guys just don't look like they're in it. Nico's being Nico. Thank God for Miguel Amaya. Because without him, the Chicago Cubs will be up shit creek without a paddle, boy. I'm telling you. They ought to be thanking their lucky stars they got Miguel Amaya on this team. Dansby Swanson got his first home run of the season, a 2-run shot. Looked beautiful. Matt Shaw got his first home run of the season. Oppo Taco looked great. Guys are struggling. You know who ain't struggling? Mr. Kevin Alcantara down in AAA. 4th home run already of the season. I'm just saying. I think that the Chicago Cubs should be open to figuring things out and not necessarily being stuck on certain guys have to play. Michael Conforto, he can leave my team right now. And for what it's worth, Dylan Carlson, I'm not that much in love with you either. Both those guys could be DFA'd. That's time you could be playing Kevin Alcantara. I want the Chicago Cubs to give Kevin Alcantara a chance. And I think a call needs to be made. I think some things need to be figured out here in the next couple of weeks. But playing time's going to be limited anyways, because apparently the good news in all of this, Seiya Suzuki will rejoin the team Friday in Chicago. So you get past Tampa Bay, try to take 2 against Tampa Bay, and then Friday, 1:20 start time, Pirates come to Chicago. And you get Seiya Suzuki back. So we'll see what happens from there. We saw some good things. We saw some not so good things from the Chicago Cubs. Oh, my gosh. And the Cubs get so lucky against the Pirates. They're going to miss. They're going to miss freaking Paul Skeens in this trip. How in the world do you get that lucky? I have no idea. But they're going to miss Paul Skeens this trip. That when the Pirates come visit Chicago. Chicago Cubs should aim to win all 3 of those games. even with their young phenomenon from the Pirates coming up. The Chicago Cubs should aim to win all 3 of those games. You got 3 great pitchers coming up too, so we'll see. But I want the Chicago Cubs to play like I know they can play. And that's why I get frustrated. And that's why I come on here and I talk to you guys and I call out BS when I see it. When I see uninspired baseball, when I see guys not playing like they care, I just feel like it's my job to come on here and to call out BS. I literally said to my homie today when he texted me, I'm never going to get on here and lie to y'all. I'm not going to tell you things to tickle your fancy. You may feel as though sometimes maybe I overreact. Hey, that's your opinion. But fact is fact. Chicago Cubs definitely should have more wins than they do already. You have to keep stride with the Milwaukee Brewers, who have only lost 2 games so far. I'm just saying, man. I mean, these things matter. These things matter. I don't know. I have faith the Chicago Cubs will get it together, but I'm also going to come in here and drag their ass every single time they come out and play uninspired baseball for a series. If I got to sit for 2.5 to 3 hours, if I got to pay $20 for the Marquee Sports Network to sit there and watch uninspired baseball, then I'm going to get here on my channel and I'm going to cover and talk about how uninspired the Cubs look for 3.5 hours per night. I'm going to do it. That don't make me any less of a Cub fan. That don't make me any less of a realist. That don't make me any less of a journalist. That don't make me any less of somebody that really cares about the team, because all those things are true. But I'm also going to call out BS, and you should too. You pay your hard-earned money to support this team. You buy the Cubs merchandise. You buy the tickets. You go to the games and stuff like that. Let your voice be heard down below. Join the Cubs Facebook group. Let your voice be heard on there. Sound off. It's frustrating because I know how good they can be. Hopefully Seiya Suzuki gives that offense a shot in the arm. And hopefully they figure out a decent ass, bullpen that can hold leads and win us some games. We'll see. It all remains to be seen. But that's my episode for today. Listen, the Chicago Cubs go on Monday. There's a 3:10 start time against the Tampa Bay Rays. The Chicago Cubs going to try to right their wrongs against Tampa. It'll be Shane McClanahan going up against Jameson Taillon. McClanahan has already lost 1 game this season. J-Mo did not give up a single run in his start against in his last start. So he will be hoping to recalibrate again. He pitched 4 2/3 of innings. And like I said, and got out of there without giving up a single run. McClanahan has a 3.86 ERA. So we'll see what happens with that. He's pitched 4 2/3 also. So the key for the Chicago Cubs, offense. Try to take advantage of this Tampa Bay pitcher and do what they got to do against the lefty. So we'll see Nico Horner hit leadoff because he hits leadoff against lefties. I want to see Michael Busch figure some things out, man. I want to see Michael Busch figure some things out. He's due. He's due to figure some things out. He is somebody that the Chicago Cubs have greatly depended on in the past. And if he wants that same type of contract that Nico and PCA are getting, he needs to start producing. So Michael Busch is my pick to perform player of the game. I think he turns it around here in Tampa Bay with this series, and he has himself a really good series against Tampa, and we move forward from there. So, all right, guys. Also, we do have to fly to W. The Chicago Cubs did pick up a win against Cleveland on Sunday, Easter Sunday, in Game 1. Eric Cabrera, shout out to him getting his second victory as a Chicago Cubs pitcher. And yeah, man, appreciate you guys so much. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, go Cubs, go. Peace.
Thank you for watching another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, the #1 spot for all Chicago Cubs content. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more Cubs content.